And we are live. Hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Collector's Pack live stream. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope you three are doing well.
Very good.
Very well.
What's going on? I mean, I'll tell you what, I was lucky enough to spend much of my Sunday with the two gentlemen down here. So let's start with Ryan. How are you, mate? How was your weekend?
My weekend was very good. I managed to pick up some awesome vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So very exciting.
Are you going to share some of those with us today, or
maybe
tonight? I should say.
Maybe. Yeah, I might share one or two items tonight.
That's awesome.
Wait and see.
I look forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there'll be like a big mega unboxing type video around those.
Yeah, I'm going to split it up into a couple of episodes and kind of just open up each box and show what's in there. And so stay tuned. It's going to be pretty good.
Awesome. I look forward to that.
Yeah.
Fellas,
unboxing.
How are you?
What?
A massive mega unboxing.
A massive mega unboxing. Mega pint.
Team, keep on collecting. What's going on?
Hey, how you going, Scott?
I'm doing well.
We had a good weekend. That was good. That toy show wasn't too bad for a smaller version, wasn't it?
It was good. I thought it was a great day.
Hey, Phil.
Phil. G'day, Phil.
Hey, Phil.
Monique. G'day.
Monique,
hey, Joel.
Hey, Joel. Yeah, no, it was good. Collecticon was great. I mean, as I've discussed at length, I'm obviously, trying to keep a lid on it with Melbourne coming up next month. So it was good for me in that, like, I didn't see any crazy, big, super expensive stuff that, put me in an uncomfortable spot. I bought a few little bits and pieces. Didn't do too much damage, but just had a great day hanging out with you guys and other people like Monique and Daniel and Dean and Sarah. It was good.
Yeah, that's what.
So did you have like a set budget, Scott, or did you just kind of?
Mate, not really. Like, I had $150 in my pocket, and I was like, I guess I'll try and limit it to that, but I didn't have to. You know what I mean? I got 4 or 5 loose figures, nothing too crazy, but like still fun things. Like nothing where I was like buying it just because I was there, and later on I was like, I didn't really need that for the collection. It was all things that for lines that I'm collecting at the moment. So
yeah, that's awesome.
It was good. Matt got a few great pickups.
Thanks to you, though.
No, what, for pointing them out?
well, yeah, he pointed them out, and as Scott kind of said, he said I would have picked them up if it wasn't for Melbourne. He probably would have just dived into it.
I would pick one of them up.
Oh, one of them?
Yeah. Just because it's not a line I'm collecting now, but it's one that I got my eye on for the future. So if not for Melbourne, I would have grabbed one of them, but I was very happy to see them wind up in your collection.
Thank you.
G'day. Okay, at the risk of being rude, Penmanovic, can you please remind us of your name? I know you've told us before. I feel really like Matt and I were having a chat about this the other day, trying to recall what your name was. I'm very, very sorry, but I like to refer to you guys by name in the chat, and I just can't recall what yours is. We've got Luke from Reynolds Reviews. G'day, mate.
Hey, Luke.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's nice of you to say. Hope you're doing well, mate. Andrew, what did you think of Collecticon yesterday?
I was impressed actually because I didn't know it was actually at Minto. I thought it was still at the club. So and it wasn't until Matt said no, it's a different venue.
Hey guys.
Oh, you thought it was at the Leagues Club?
Yeah, I thought it was at the Leagues Club. Yeah, and because it was only like half the size of a basketball court, the old one. So it was good to see 2 halls there.
Yeah,
and it wasn't bad for a smaller version. It wasn't bad.
Hey Matt, can you vouch for me here? I did say Lee, didn't I?
You did actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't 100%. I don't want to commit unless I know for certain. So
I think we've both said it twice. Like I think we've actually had this conversation twice, and we both agreed that was the lead.
I won't ask again.
No, so I think we're on the right track. Thanks, Lee.
Hey, Rudy.
Rudy.
Kelly Rudy. Sorry. I am struggling to put a few sentences together with my throat. So if I don't talk a lot,
So good.
Is it sore? Is it really sore?
it's sore.
Okay.
That's why I'm going to keep sucking on this and sucking on water, and we'll get through.
That's quite all right, Matt. We're just stoked you managed to join us. So, mate, that is totally fine.
If I could just send some telepathy thoughts to everybody.
Yeah. That's it.
Ryan, have we got one of your neighbours here?
Maybe. I don't know who this is.
Greetings from Perth.
That's pretty cool.
From Undercover Turtle, that is awesome.
Yeah. Nice of you to join us.
Absolutely. So we've got a few things happening in this evening's stream. I'm going to try my hand at the role of game show host. If I can get a handle on the technology of sharing a screen and running through a bit of a game with these gentlemen. We're also going to have a little bit of a chat a little bit later about the whole topic of, the idea of, grading toys, vintage modern toys, all that sort of stuff, loose mint on card grading, just to discuss something a little bit different. It's something I'm seeing more of. I've got my thoughts on it. I'm definitely keen to get these guys' thoughts on it. So we'll cover those throughout the course of the evening, and we'll try and wrap it up within 90 minutes or so. So yeah, that's the agenda for tonight. Hey,
Okay.
Simon.
Hey, Simon.
I'm in the UK. We've just been watching the Queen's funeral, actually, live from the UK. So
I don't know if that bodes well for us that we're competing with the Queen's funeral tonight. But we'll see how we go. We've got 20 people in so far, so I'm very happy with 21. So I'm very happy with that. That's awesome. But
I'm sure they'll be all tuning in once they they put it to rest. They'll go running to tune in to keep on collecting.
Well, I think it's like a good 5-6 hours. I think it goes till 1 a.m. our time. So I don't know if we'll still be hanging around then. But
7 then, boys. 7.
Well, it's funny. They're just pulling the coffin now, and I thought they loaded it on like the carriage. It was obviously a gun carriage sort of type thing. It doesn't get pulled by horses. It got pulled by the Navy personnel.
Right.
Actually, just rows of them. Yeah, it must be tradition because they wouldn't do it any other way. But it was just amazing to see all these people are pulling the coffin, pulling the carriage.
Hey, Wheels of Chaotic Doom. Well, he contacted us today, I think it was.
Yeah.
Just said, enjoying your videos and subbed us. So I guess he subbed us. So I said, that's fantastic. We're hopefully getting better in the creating videos because they started off pretty bad. And I just mentioned to him that we were on tonight. So it's great to have you. Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome. Hope you enjoy what you see and hear from us. We'll try and give you a little bit of entertainment or at least a laugh.
I didn't talk too much.
No.
We've got Dean and Sarah.
Hey, Dean and Sarah.
Good day, Dean.
Did you guys? I don't know if you guys have had a chance to look. I was just on Instagram before I jumped on here, and Dean and Sarah posted like a picture of all of the items they picked up from, or all the figures at least that they picked up from Collecticon yesterday. It looked like a pretty decent haul.
They did get an awesome haul. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
A lot of Kenner figures, which is always pretty cool to see.
That's exactly right. And then speaking of the toy fairs, we're coming off one over the weekend. Simon, his brother Scott, I believe, a lot of people that I follow on social media and on YouTube in the UK have just coming off Sandown as well. So Simon, I hope you did well at Sandown, mate, and got some good scores. I look forward to. I hope your brother's going to be doing a video. I'll certainly be watching that. So that toy fair looks incredible.
Yeah, I've seen a few shots from the English chaps at Sandown. So I've seen one with Matt from Universal Collector. He was there. I recognise a few of the other guys that he was with. But can I remember their names? No, I can't. So I'm really...
Not when you're on the spot. Hey, Daniel.
Old age braid. Hey, Daniel. There he is.
Hey, Daniel.
It's been a long wait, Daniel, but here we are. an hour later.
Phil's enjoying the official proceedings in the UK.
Just incredible.
But did you? Should we crack on with the? Do you want me to get cracking with the game, or did you?
Yeah,
have
let's
any,
get the game. I reckon let's
any
get the
kind of
game
other
going.
weekend
Ryan,
things
he's super
you want to
keen.
chat about?
Oh, I just want actually, if I can get some sentences going. I wanted to say it's been a pretty amazing week for Keep On Collecting, because
Of course.
well, our parcels are just like seem to have hit
That's
everybody.
awesome.
You know, it just wasn't planned that way. They've been sent a month apart, and they've all arrived, and videos have gone out, and just fantastic from Luke and Shabby. They've given us just
I watched those. They were really
fantastic
cool.
videos. Yeah, you know, and it's helped.
Just really humble, man. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, they're great guys, and it's really lovely to be part of the community. They've helped us push past 500 as well, subs. So it's been a pretty good week for Keep On Collecting.
That's awesome.
It's awesome to hear.
Very, very well deserved for you boys. That was very, very cool to see. And I didn't necessarily like put the two and two together of, you know, your guys' parcels arriving and making an appearance in videos on Shabby's channel and Reynolds Reviews, but I guess there you go. You got a little bump from those, and that's very well deserved. You know, to send those packages out. I mean, you guys always. I feel like you guys make a ton of appearances within my videos just because there's always something you're hooking me up with or helping me out with or whatever. So I was stoked to see that. That's awesome.
I found it fun too that not just that they received the parcel, but the food that went with it, and their reaction when they taste the Australian type food and and things like that.
Some of the Australian cuisine.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Yeah, they made it such a special event or special episode. It was really cool. How they did it, and having Shabby watch the TV at the start and watching the Reynolds review. He's like, "Hey, he just got to." It's just done really well, yeah. And the twisties. Oh, I was on the train watching that, and I was in hysterics when the twisties went everywhere.
It seemed like it was intentional, but
it wasn't. They probably just popped in the air, or maybe
I'd say so. Yeah, popped with the
altitude
inside the fuselage or something.
Yeah. Guys, Daniel's asking Thunderbirds. Any of you guys collect Thunderbirds?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
You've got
all of you.
All of us. Okay. Oh, see, that's
go.
Yeah, I got that one.
Thunderbird 2.
Which version is on, Ryan?
Oh, I'm frozen.
This is the Matchbox version.
You're still there, Andrew?
Andrew, you're still there, mate?
Yeah, we can still hear. Matchbox from 1992.
Must have just lost the internet. Here we go. And I'm back.
You're back, mate. You're back.
You never left us, Andrew.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I didn't swear.
No, you were there the whole time, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had this for a while, about 10 years. I picked it up from a toy fair for like $20. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's
Who made those? Who made those figures and vehicles?
Matchbox.
Okay.
Yeah, 1992. So
gotcha.
Also, Colton made some as well.
Yeah.
So they did the old vehicles like that. Then they did some for the new film that they did, the live action film.
And I've got the Captain Scarlet cloud base up in the back there as well.
Yeah, I got all the pictures, and I got them all on card. I was naughty and I opened them all. That's like a regular sentence in my world. I was naughty and I opened them all. I always do that. But yeah, I've got the Matchbox figures all up there.
Oh, that's awesome. Nothing wrong with busting open a figure, mate. If that's what makes you happy, that's the way you should do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's it.
Face as well.
Sometimes you gotta let them breathe.
Yeah. Is that a hashtag?
Let them breathe.
Let them breathe.
Who started that? That's a good one.
All right.
Thunderbirds is awesome.
Who's going to win this challenge tonight?
Should we get into it?
I reckon Andrew's going to kick our asses on this one.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Just gonna take the jacket off here. Get ready.
Oh.
We're getting serious here.
Is that the
Let me-
equivalent to the gloves coming off? That's the jacket's coming off.
That's So before I share my screen and can no longer see any of you gentlemen or the fine people of the chat, because that's how StreamYard wants to do it for me. So basically, we're doing a bit of a game that involves guessing the original sticker price of some of our favorite toys, some of our favorite, toys from the 80s and 90s, some ones that we've probably never heard of or not even thought about. I've tried to get some random stuff in there, but I tried to pick the items and the prices from like real, original like toy catalogs that I was able to find from the 80s and 90s. So I've got nothing before 1985 because I couldn't find anything prior to then.
Yeah.
So it's really mid 80s to kind of early to mid 90s is the period we're looking at. So let's get into it. I will share my screen and see if I can make this work.
Drum roll.
Okay, can you see that?
We can see that.
We can see it, yeah.
Alrighty, guys, let's play Put a Figure on It.
Love it.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Because it's like
it's good.
action figures and like putting it. Okay, cool. Just wanted to check.
Yeah.
Alrighty, the rules of the game are: I will show you a toy and I will tell you the year and the store where I'm quoting that sticker price. If you can guess the price within 10% over or under, I will give you 1 point. If you can guess the price within 5 cents, you'll get 2 points. And if needed, I've got some tiebreaker questions. They're going to be a little bit different. So they're going to be like Price is Right rules. You guys will all guess, or whoever's locked up will guess. And it's just closest to it without going over. All right.
Are these American advertisements or
no?
Or
at your request, Andrew, I tried to stick to Australian stuff. So it's Toy World. It's my local childhood toy shop, Uncle Pete's Toys. And a few others, and Kmart. So it's all Australialian.
Is it multiple choice, or we just? It's
guessing? Not multiple choice.
Okay, cool.
It's not multiple choice. So yeah, right. No. You're just gonna guess the figure, and I'll guess the price, and we'll go from there.
Daniel, it's just between us three. Sorry, but if you want to help us out, see, Scott can't see what you guys are writing, but we can.
Can't.
So if you want to help us cheat, feel free to. Should I have said that?
I'm not supposed to say that.
Pain and mouth. Anyway.
No. But yeah, by all account, but by all means, folks in the chat definitely have a crack and let us know what you think. I mean, some of you will probably remember this stuff as it came out and might have your own thoughts. So let's get into it. So we've got 5 rounds and 1 question per person per round. So basically, you guys are going to answer 5 questions each. Okay.
Okay.
Round 1's theme is mid-80s masters. Okay.
Ooh,
so right. Player 1, which is Ryan.
Ryan.
Thunder Punch He-Man, and this is advertised in Toy World's Christmas brochure in 1985. What would you guess that was advertised at in 1985?
I'm going to go $7.99.
$7.99. Unfortunately, Ryan, you are just outside of that 10% threshold.
So close.
So $8.97 less 10% is $8.07. So yeah, you were just outside of that, I'm afraid, mate.
That's okay.
But not far off. I mean, and I guess you want to, when you're guessing this, you want to lean towards the lower side because this stuff was always cheaper back, than we think about it now. So
Rudy guessed $8.95.
Ooh.
So he would have. There's a point for him.
Rudy would have got 2 points. I mean, mate, look, if you guys enjoy this and we do this again, I'll try and get it going in a way where we can get a little bit more, involvement from the chat. But for now, we'll see how this goes, and I can always wheel it out again and try and make some improvements to it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, player 2, Matt. Land Shark in that same brochure. Toy World Christmas 1985. Now, if I know, like I thought I saw a version of the Land Shark with a Skeletor figure packaged into it.
What are you doing, mate? Are you trying to?
I've got one up there in its box. Price on it.
That's cheating. That's
But
cheating.
this is a version. Oh, I should have thought about that. This is a version without the Skeletor, just the Land Shark.
Yeah, just a Land Shark. I'm going to go with $11.88.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a weird amount, I know, but
You've gone too low.
where is it? Oh, $15.99.
I was thinking
That's
$14.
overpriced.
I was thinking $14, $15. So there you go.
There we go.
I was
All
thinking
righty.
1977 prices.
Now, even though I can't see what's going on, I do have this open in YouTube. Let me just give a quick shout out to Richard Milling for popping in. Hey, Richard, hope you are doing well, brother. Hope all is well in San Diego.
And by the way, Scott, we've lost Andrew.
Oh, have we?
He's dropped off.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure he'll pop back in soon.
He will pop back in soon, I'm sure. He's having a good time with his internet tonight.
Okay, am I going to have to exit out of this to bring him back in? I think I am, hey.
You might have to, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Pause. Time out.
Okay. There he is. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks.
Right. All good?
You all good?
It's your turn. Stop trying to dodge the questions, buddy.
Yeah. I run off and I look at my old catalogues. And
Yeah, that's right. You look at the old catalogue.
Oh, yeah, we know what you're doing. We know.
1985.
Let's get back to the TARDIS and go find out.
Yeah,
that's right.
Do you want to try that again, Scott?
We'll get back into
it.
Andrew, you still there or no?
Won't be joking.
Well, we can hear him. Don't say any rude words, Andrew. Yeah. Here he is. He's back.
I'm glitching out.
Do you want to try that again, and we'll just skip where we're up to, Scott?
Yeah. Do you want me to? I'll share my screen again, and we'll pick up where we left off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Food break. Yeah, that's right, Phil. I reckon he's gone off to get some brochures.
Yeah.
Okay, Andrew, you there?
Yeah.
Alrighty, mate. Something a little bit different. Something for the ladies.
Is this for me or?
Yeah, this is for you. Now I know it's not strictly Motu, but it's part of the extended
Princes
universe.
of Power. It's the castle.
Crystal
I reckon
Castle,
I'm looking.
1985.
I reckon about 35 Australian.
Incorrect, mate.
Oh, gee.
You guys have all gone very low here.
God, don't chop a toy wheel. Rip off.
That's pretty expensive for back then, man. Wow.
Gee.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so just in case you guys have lost count, the score is 0-all.
I think we'll have to go higher in what we say, too.
Doing well.
Round 2, late 80s legends.
Oh, late 80s legends.
All right, Ryan, you are up, mate. I know you're partial to some Brave Star. Brave Star's 30-30, 1987 Toy World.
Yep.
What do you
think? I'm gonna guess 16.89. $16.89.
You've gone too low once again, my friend.
Wow.
Gee whiz.
Wow, what are we thinking 1980 prices, are we?
Mm.
Oh, crap. Phil, can you hear me? Phil. Anything now, Phil, will help me out. What is it? A Styracosaurus with...
Yeah, Styracosaurus, Toy World, August 1987.
Yeah, Phil. Okay, that would be, I think, Phil. Anyone? Anytime now? I'm going to go $34.95. Oh, shivers. Phil just got back to me. I've already said my price.
You have gone more than double the price.
Damn it.
Whoa.
Yeah, even Phil said, Phil said 20.
$14.95.
They were a lot smaller, so
Absolute bargain.
Wow, that is
Gee
actually.
whiz.
How did we
Alrighty.
not put those up as kids?
So Andrew's left us once again, hasn't he?
Oh, he has. He just goes to check his toy brochures. It didn't even help him last time. Yeah, why are they so cheap?
How many do we have left, Scott?
A few.
5
I
rounds.
mean, well, you got no one's got any points yet, so we got to keep going a little bit
We're
longer.
gonna try and get this going. All right.
Rudy in the chat's beating us all.
Yeah. He's back.
Just in time for your turn again.
Lee, these so we are going to get to a round that's all about the bargain bin where there's some discounted stuff, but these are all retail prices.
Yeah.
Here in Australia, in Australian dollars. I probably should have specified that right at the start, but yeah, these are Australian dollar prices. All right,
His
Andrew.
brain food. He's eating his brain food.
You're right.
Quick, before he drops again, give him
Let's
something.
have another crack at this. Sorry, it just takes a good few clicks to be able to share this screen and get it going. All righty.
All right, Andrew.
Andrew, here we go. Real Ghostbusters Ectoplasm in 1987.
Probably
I'd get this one, I reckon.
On its
$7.
own, just one tub.
$7.
$7.
Boo.
$3.99.
Oh. Gee whiz. He could go back in time and buy a whole case of them.
Alrighty, round 3. Early 90s gaming.
We're all still on
Ooh,
0
okay.
points as well.
You're all still on 0.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you're pretty close, Phil.
Oh wow. Okay.
Ryan, the Sega Master System the Sega Master System 2 with the built-in Alex Kidd in Miracle World and 2 additional games.
My friend had this growing up.
I had
remember
this.
how much it
This was
was.
my first console. And this is, Kmart 1992 is where I'm getting these prices from.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna aim high for this. I'm gonna go.
Someone's helping you out. Someone's
No,
helping you out.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
No, you can.
Oh.
You can. Guys, you'll take all the help you can get at this stage. So yeah, take suggestions from the chat if you like.
I'm gonna go 89.95. I know there's lots of other
$89.95.
answers.
Oh, it's a bit cheap.
Is that you going high?
It's the 1980 price.
Well, it's before I saw the comments.
$189.
Oh my goodness!
What the?
But I got to say, that is ridiculously expensive because the Sega Master System 2 wasn't exactly like the top console. I mean, I had it, so it can't have been too flash. And I probably got it around about 1992. So
But it's coming with 2 games, though. It comes with 2 extra games. So
yeah,
what were they doing back then? About $40 each or something, probably there.
So Sonic was $60 and Olympic Gold was $70 on their own, but they came with that pack.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Gee whiz.
It's usually
Alright,
like
Matt.
130.
Here we go, Matt.
What have I got? Oh, Game Boy Atari. All right.
This is tough. This is hard. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's good. It's making me think. Game Boy. My brother had one of these. Kmart Christmas, 1992. All right.
So Matt, there was a set that had Tetris and had the extra stuff. This is just that basic package, just the Game Boy.
Alrighty. $59.95.
Oh, I think I've given you a bum steer here.
What?
By pushing you low, $139.
Whoa!
Oh, holy moly! That's crazy.
Andrew, are you still with us?
Yeah, he's still there.
He's still there eating.
How much was it?
The Game Boy, $139.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
that's
you've got
incredible.
the Super Nintendo. This was another one that I had. Christmas 1993 for me. A very lucky Scott Crusher.
Oh yeah.
Super Nintendo with the Street Fighter 2, game, bundled in with it.
Who's this for?
This
This
is
is
for
for
you.
you, buddies.
It's for you, Andrew.
Oh, I'd say, yeah, it must be up there as well, but I reckon at 93, yeah, I reckon around about the $200 mark.
Oh look, oh Treasures for Trigger said 300.
Oh,
Yeah, Treasures for Trigger would have been pretty well bang on.
Wow.
That's incredible.
$289.95. Wow.
That is expensive, isn't it?
That is.
In
The chat's
1993.
That's a lot of money. Wow.
All right, boys. Slightly different rules for this one.
Yeah. Is
So
this
this
like
is
a
the
bonus
basket.
round?
You can tap on.
This is the bargain bin. All of these
Yeah.
toys that each of you are going to see have been discounted by 20%, give or take. So you've just got to get within that 20%. Like, you've got to give me a price that's somewhere between the retail and the discount, and you'll get your point. Alrighty. If you give me a price that's within 5 cents of either of those two levels, you'll get 2. But if you can just give me something in between, you'll get a point.
That's close to. Yeah. Okay.
All right, Ryan. I know this is something you're familiar with. Batman the Animated
Yeah,
Series,
just got-
Batmobile.
Yep. It's got one down here. Oh. My goodness.
It will be. First to score wins.
I'm gonna go $14.95.
$14.95.
Yep.
You wish.
That is very cheap. This is
Oh.
from $50 to $40.
That's incredible.
Wow, that's quite expensive back in 1993.
Oh, gee.
We may
awesome.
just need these tiebreaker questions.
Far out.
All right, Matt. Street Fighter 2, the G.I. Joe version, Ryu, Uncle Pete's Toys, 1993.
Oh crap.
It's a G.I. Joe figure in 1993.
Come on, G.I. Joe fans out there, throw a price at me. I'm thinking discount. Okay.
It's discounted by around about 20%. So you just got to give me something in between, a figure in between the two.
$10. 10. Oh look, see, usual Mike's on the right
Ding,
track.
ding, ding.
Oh.
Is that a point?
That is 1 point.
Yeah. Eat it, boys. Woo. Thanks, Mike.
All righty. That might be enough to secure it, but let's see if Andrew's got something to say about that. Crash Dummies Crash Card Toyland Christmas 1994.
Oh, well, actually, I had a girlfriend that bought me that in 1994 if it was a birthday present. I reckon about 25.
25?
Yep.
25 smackers.
Too low.
Ooh. Well, she paid a bit then, didn't she?
Good on her.
I reckon Andrew's going to lose internet connection again soon. Check the brochures.
Alrighty. So this is the last round, guys. This is the random treasures. So these are non-action figure stuff. These are just some weird things that were nostalgic to me. Well, two more than others because I got another one for the ladies in there.
Okay. Random treasures.
All right, Ryan.
Oh, okay.
This is something that I never had as a kid, but I used to dribble all over the window display at my local hobby shop for this.
Yeah, I had a friend who had one of these set up in the living room. And it
This
was
was
up on the
so cool
walls
back
and
in the day.
everything. Yeah, this was cool.
We won't
This is
tell his wife that,
1993.
All right, I'm going to go $159.99.
Too high.
Oh,
Gee.
this is really tough, man. Far out.
Well,
So says the guy with no points.
Yeah, I know.
well, look,
Thanks, mate.
if we
Thanks for
do
the
want to play
support.
this again, I can open it up to like a 20% range or something like that. But I mean, it's we're
No,
giving it a
it's
crack
good.
the first time.
That's
It's
good.
good.
It's good. God,
Yeah,
it's good.
it's good.
This only proves that we didn't buy toys back then. Our parents bought them. So.
Yeah, well, my mum bought a PlayStation back in '97.
Here we
I
go.
don't know how much that would have been. Sucker.
A girl one.
Yeah, look, Matt, I'm about inclusivity and diversity, and we've got to have something in here for the ladies, you know? For our
Are they
female
called
fan.
one thing, or is this 3 separate things, or what is it?
No, sorry, mate. That is just, I should be clear here. That's just 3 different views of the box, just in
Oh,
case
is it?
anyone wanted to get a closer look at the Barbie magical motorhome.
And Matt, it comes with a bonus Barbie doll too.
It does. Important to note when you're assessing the value.
Woo. Yeah.
And Matt, you can seal it here with 2 points. You can you can
could,
seal
actually.
victory.
You have to throw something out there. $150.
Wow, that is very high.
Holy crap,
Oh.
that's cheap. Trying to get rid of those girl toys off the shelf, were they?
Wow.
All right, Andrew, if you get 2 points here, you can
That was
swoop
funky.
in and win the game, or with 1 point, you'll take it to a tiebreaker.
Uh-oh.
Now,
Ooh.
I don't know if this rings a bell for any of you guys, but I'd
Yeah, I remember
completely
it.
forgotten about this until I was going through the brochures and putting this game together, and I was like, man, I never had this, but I wanted
Never
this so
either.
bad back in the day.
Yeah.
I reckon. Well, it's just an electronic thing, is it?
Well, so there's 2 things to it, Andrew. It's like the cyborg hand with the gun that makes all the sound effects, but it also comes with like a headphone piece that changes your voice into like a Terminator style voice. Or
Oh,
something.
okay. 1994. I reckon about $59.
59.
No, don't get it right. Don't get it right. Don't get it right.
You are just too high.
You were
No,
very
but-
close, Andrew.
You were very close. Alrighty, well, with a grand total of 1 point, Matt, you are the winner of Put a Figure on It.
Ooh.
Well done, Matt.
Bragging rights for another week.
Alrighty, no tiebreaker questions required. I'll save them for next time round.
Thanks,
Was
Scott.
toys in Australia just always dear, or what? Just incredible.
Well,
Yeah, I think Toy World was pretty dear, but then I don't know.
it's interesting though, because for some of those, you guys, hang on, am I still sharing my screen, or are we good?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Like for some of those, you guys were shooting way under and saying, "Gosh, toys were expensive here." But then for others, you know, we were way over. So
Totally over. Yeah.
anyway, I'm sorry if I've ignored people in the chat over the last, I guess, 20 minutes or so. But yeah, those cyber guns are awesome. It was just one of those things that I just completely forgot about. But then when I was going through these catalogs, I remember TV commercials. In fact, I was trying to dig one up for that, but I couldn't
that
find it.
segment.
So.
Yeah, they did, Daniel. Yeah.
Thanks, Monique. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Just
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's great.
I thought they would be easier to guess, but obviously I was putting the game together, so I guess I was just anticipating that. Yeah, that those prices made sense. If I was guessing them without having seen them, who knows? I probably would have been all over the shop as well.
Yeah.
Thank
Sounds
you very
easy, so easier than it actually was.
Yeah, Toy World.
Yeah.
I mean, so you guys, so Matt, Andrew, I mean, you guys were buying toys in the 90s. Would Toy World a big chain? Like, were they everywhere or?
Andrew's gone. Again.
Do you
I remember. I don't remember them being. There was a couple on the Central Coast, but there's not a great deal of them.
There wasn't
guess-
a lot of them. Yeah.
No, we had Toys R Us. We had a Toys R Us, and I think we had 2 Toy Worlds.
Yeah.
So that there, but I don't think Toy World exists anymore. We've got Toy Mate and Casey's.
Yeah.
It still exists in Melbourne. I saw it.
It's up in Queensland
years
too.
ago. Yeah.
That's where I was in Queensland.
There's a couple in Perth still.
Yeah, I mean, Like
one or two.
as a kid, we never like traveled far to go to a toy shop. Like we had our local Uncle Pete's Toys in Castle Hill. That's why I was really stoked to see want to find an Uncle Pete's Toys brochure, because I thought Uncle Pete's, our local one as a kid, was the only one. I didn't realize there was a chain, but on that brochure it showed like 6 or 8 locations around Sydney. And then occasionally we'd go to Parramatta, where there was either a Toys R Us or a World for Kids. World for Kids was one that I remember being big in the 90s.
Oh yeah, World for Kids.
Yeah, I remember World for Kids. That was cool.
Yeah, Toy World big in Queensland. Mr. Toys, I'm not familiar with that one.
Mike, is it called now Mr. Toys Toy World? Is because when I was up in Queensland, and I think I went into Mr. Toys Toy World, I thought that's what it was called. Have they combined forces now?
Oh, it might have been a merger.
Yeah, it's a bit different. You can hear you pouring the drink through. How's your Dr. Pepper going?
I've
been ignoring my drink.
I'm onto the water now. Good.
Yeah, Toy World in regional areas. Yeah, I'm not too sure. We didn't really have one local to the area that I grew up in. At least, if it was, my parents must have tried to keep it a secret from me.
So Uncle Pete must have been just an independent, was it?
Well, yeah. I thought my local Uncle Pete's was the only one, but when I dug up that brochure from 1993, it listed on the front like 6 or 8 locations around Sydney. Like there was one at Bondi Junction, apparently. There was a few about.
Yeah, we used to advertise on TV. Remember Uncle Pete's Toys and Magic?
Yeah.
And he'd have the different locations.
Do you remember those ads, guys? Or Uncle Pete's? I don't want to start singing.
I remember World for Kids, so I used to get the catalogs and
World for Kids was great. And do you guys remember, like, it was just one of those like common like breakfast TV promotions where like the local, the morning show would have have some sort of promotion at Toys R Us or World for Kids, where where a kid would win like a shopping spree, where they'd have like 10 minutes to race around and like fill their trolley, and when the time was done, whatever they had in their trolley they got.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you remember those?
Yeah, I always wish we could do it.
Yeah, I know. But like
set it up.
But I used to watch that as a kid and always think like what my strategy would be like, because you just freak out.
You usually wouldn't know where to start, right? It's like Andrew's room.
Exactly.
Which toys would you go for? If someone gave you a shopping trolley?
What now? In a vintage toy store, or like it would all depend on the year. Whatever the year was would dictate which way I went with it.
As a 10-year-old Scott Crusher.
Mate, as a 10-year-old, I'm going to be real, I wouldn't have gone for action figures. In fact, I was probably still playing with the Hasbros, but in 1994, I'd just got my Super Nintendo, in Christmas of 1993. So I would have just gone straight for the video games in 1994 when I was 10.
Okay.
What about you? 10 years old with like, 10 minutes in like a not just like a local mum and dad toy shop, but like one of those Toys R Us or World for Kids whatever you had. What are you going for at 10 years old?
81. I would have gone for Star Wars figures, 100%. Yeah. If there was something, maybe like if there was some Buck Rogers hanging around, or I would have grabbed them. But yeah, Star Wars would have been the main go-to as a kid. Just grab all I can, Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, because they sold Star Wars figures in Coles. I mean, we used to go in Coles and they'd have them in the toy aisle, stacked in the toy aisle there.
Wow.
That's so crazy. Like, I always remember going and doing the groceries with my mum when I was little, and the only toys in like a Coles or a Woolworths, or back then like a Franklin's, which was always which was our local supermarket, they were only like real cheap rack toys, like dollar store Army Men, cap guns, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. No proper, branded action figures or anything like that.
Is Uncle Pete still in Castle Hill? Because
no,
that's gone now.
Yeah, I was at the shopping center. What's very cool about it is it's what's
Who
Ryan?
made
You
the
laughing at
comment?
Phil's comment?
Yeah.
Is that what you're laughing at?
Yeah.
Yeah, how good is it?
Oh my goodness.
I noticed that as well. But yeah, I like that idea. If Matt will agree to it, I'll count me in.
What about
Maybe
you?
next time I come over, hey, we'll just
That's right.
we'll do a special segment.
But yeah, where Uncle Pete's Toys in Castle Hill was, it's now a different toy store. But it's pretty cool that it's still a toy store. Like the toy store that I went to when I was a kid in our big
Yeah.
local mall is still a toy store, which is pretty sweet. I can't remember
Yeah.
what it's called now, but it's just something different.
Well, our Toys R Us closed, and they replaced
Mm.
it with another toy store like Toy Mate. So that's really cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
You still
We got
kind of
that too
toys
in
going,
Perth.
yeah.
It was Toys R Us, and now it's Toy Mate, literally 10
Mate.
minutes down the road. So
So we got some of the folks in the chat are throwing in like I'm assuming if they had their kind of like 5-minute, 10-minute like unlimited race around the toy store with a trolley, what you would get Ghostbusters and He-Man. You can't go wrong with Ghostbusters and and Masters of the Universe.
Nah.
Star Wars, Lego, and Motu. Yeah,
I think
Lego
for me
sets were
back in
always
the
super expensive, so that would be a good way to go.
Yeah. I think for me in the mid 90s, like 96, 97, I was really into like the Marvel Toy Biz stuff, like Spider-Man and Iron Man.
Oh yeah,
and, like Batman and stuff. So I probably would have just gone straight to that aisle and grabbed as much figures and play sets and Batmobiles as I could.
Monique would grab Matt's Spice Girls.
She'll tell you what she wants, what she really, really wants.
Wow.
There we go. Yeah, Casey's Toys.
Casey's.
That's absolutely correct. But is Casey's Toys another chain like Toy Mate, or would that just be an independent toy store?
We've got one up here. So it must
do
be
you?
chain. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. What about you, Andrew? Are you still there? Okay. I'm curious. I'm curious to know what Andrew would be going for, given the 10-minute shopping spree at 10 years old at the Toys R Us.
If we could just get him online for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
at least we got through the game with him being on there for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm actually going to kick Andrew out because it's fully frozen now, eh? Like I'll kick him out. Okay, yeah, his internet completely gone, but that's all right.
Cool.
TMNT all at Toys R Us. That's it. TMNT at Toys R Us. Just come at me.
Yeah.
But see,
it's for Ryan.
Sorry?
Ryan, have you shared the pictures of your with Dean and Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay. No surprise then. I thought that'd be a nice surprise for him.
Well,
but no.
Yeah. I like to share around. So yeah.
Okay.
but did you just share the same pictures that you shared with us? Like just a couple of things? Yeah.
Yeah. I just shared a couple of things. Yeah.
So cool. Before we wrap up tonight, there's still a few things you can surprise us with.
Yeah, I can show you a sneak peek if you like of what
should we do that now, or should we finish with that? Or we may as well. Do we do it now while we're waiting for Andrew?
Yeah, I'm happy to show you if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good call too. I remember there used to be Toys R Us at Hornsby, and that's where I found that last line, the green cards of the Hasbros. And so I would have been in my mid-20s, so I was still getting the odd thing. I wrapped them off and grabbed them all because I just thought that, this is great, these Hasbros. Woo! And I should never, I took them out and, whatever I did and put them away and years later sold them.
Can you imagine, Matt, knowing what they would go on to be worth? Because, I mean, Simon's collecting the Hasbros and he recently picked up, or at least I saw that he picked up quite recently, the Billy and Bart gun figures, loose in nice condition.
Oh, yep.
Can you imagine knowing what they would be worth? And look, I know that none of us collectors like condone like scalping and stuff like that. I don't even know if that was a thing back then. I mean, these Hasbros they didn't sell particularly well, that green card series, so they would have had plenty on the pegs, I'd imagine. Like, imagine just scooping up a bunch of them.
I see. Yeah, there we go.
It'd be insane. I still remember one of my good friends, Clint from work with, when he was in America with his dad. They went to a Toys R Us, and his dad said, "You can get whatever you want." And he pretty much went to the aisle where all the Ghostbuster counter toys were. He got the Ecto one. He got all the 4 Ghostbusters. Got a couple of so I always remember that story. That would have been awesome. Toys R Us in America.
Yeah,
But also the get whatever you want. I don't remember ever getting that. Ever having.
No, no. He was just like,
having
yeah.
that
I was often given stuff, so my dad gave me the Star Wars. It was Power of the Force, 97 Millennium Falcon. So I got that in the box, and I remember Mum giving me a PlayStation. It wasn't even Christmas. One time, she's like, "Here you go."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how good is that?
Yeah, she got it from Myers, and I'm like, "What's this for?" She's like, "Oh, that's what I get it." I was like, "Wow." And then we took over the TV for the next couple of months.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was
how
so cool.
Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Phil knows all about those green card Hasbros.
Here we go. So this is an original TMT party wagon from 1989. And still sealed in the box.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
So you can see the tape is still there. Got the original artwork on the back there.
Wow.
So this ties in really well. If you were to go into a toy shop back then, grab this one for sure.
Wonder how much that would have been.
Has it got a sticker on it?
No stickers. No.
Okay, I was gonna have the chat try and guess how much the sticker is on it, but
well, we can throw it out there. How much do you think?
We don't know because there's no sticker.
We don't
on
know.
it.
No. Well, we can have a guess.
Yeah, but we're not going to know if we're correct.
No, true. But yeah, that's just a taster of what's coming.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Yeah, this is really special. You don't see these very often, not in this condition. But yeah, it's still factory sealed.
Very cool.
That is wild.
Yeah.
So what's the story there? Like he.
So my friend Toby, we're in the Ghostbusters Perth Club, and he reached out to me a couple of weeks ago and said, "I'm getting rid of my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Thought you would like to have them on your show as for your episodes." And so I said, "Yeah, I'll come over and have a look." So about 3 weeks ago, went through all the vintage stuff that he had, and threw out a figure there. I won't say how much, just to kind of keep it nice. But I managed to secure 41 carded original TMT figures, all sealed on the packet. Most of them are unpunched as well, and about 5 boxed vehicles, all factory sealed.
Wild.
Yeah.
So Rudy wants to know, and I'm assuming the answer to this is yes, because your name's not Matt. But are you going to leave it sealed?
100%. I'm not going to open this sucker. This is staying sealed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have a loose one behind me, so I don't really have any need to open it up. I'm definitely going to be keeping it sealed. That's for sure.
Yeah. Charlie's popped in. He's saying trying to purchase the new reissue party wagon. I mean, yeah, like if you were going to buy something, if you're going to buy a party wagon to bust it open and have it like fresh out of the box, then the reissue.
Buy reissue, yeah. Not a grail like this. Like this is, yeah. I think this is kind of what we were talking about earlier, Scott. This is something you would get graded.
Yeah, I wanted to just have a little bit of a chat about the idea of grading and just get your boys' thoughts. But I don't want to do it if Andrew's not here, so maybe we just save that one for another day because I think Andrew. Yeah, I don't think it like. I'm not even seeing Andrew popping up like out, backstage where I can bring him in. So anyway,
I'm not seeing any messages from him, so he's
might have given up.
He may have. But that would be.
I don't suppose there's a scratch among any of those carded figures, Ryan.
No, so there's a good story there. So I did actually ask my friend Toby if he had a scratch, and he actually had over 300 figures all carded at one point about 8 years ago, and he sold them to a good friend. I don't know if they're friends anymore, but yeah. And he sold him a scratch, a carded scratch figure for $500. That was 8 years ago, and apparently he has lost it.
What?
Gone.
Lost the scratch figure?
Yeah, misplaced it.
Does he know what they're worth?
I think he would, yeah.
I mean, even if it was still worth what he paid for it, that's like losing $500. I'd be filthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that is pretty crazy story. So
very, very crazy.
But yeah. Very, very special. Right place, right time. And yeah, very humble and happy to get them in the collection.
Yeah.
I think Daniel asked the question about what's your favourite Jurassic Park Kenner toy?
Good call. Good call.
For me, it'd be the T-Rex. It'd be the T-Rex with the part that comes out and
the little cage that goes down the mouth with a little guy inside. Is that one?
Like the classic Kenner one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a cage, and he swallowed the cage with a little guy who's got to be like, ah! And he's down. You pull him out.
Is that the same? Are you guys talking about the same one?
Is it called the Bull T-Rex or?
I'm just talking about the orange tan colored one, like the original 94.
That has the wound.
Yeah, the wound on the side, and it made the sound.
Oh,
is that the one you're talking about, Matt? Different one.
No, there's a different one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure about my Kenner favourite one. Gee. I've got to look over there. I don't know. I think I'll have to go maybe the Junior T-Rex, because that was one that I had when it came out in the 90s. I got it, and I've still got it today. And so I guess that's playing on me a bit. I think my favorite. Junior T-Rex is my favorite because I've still got it. What about yours, Scott?
I really do like just the main large dinosaur figures that have that real feel skin and that have like the kind of battle damage that you take out, like Ryan was talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do like those.
Like the Triceratops.
Yeah, the Triceratops, the T-Rex, like those are really cool. I'd love to get one or both of those for the collection.
Yeah.
I don't know if either of you guys have it, and maybe in practice it's not as good as it is in theory, but the big compound playset looks pretty cool as a display piece.
For sure.
So that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Especially like the Jurassic Park sign on it. That would be cool. Wouldn't it?
Tailors are off. See you guys. Thanks for popping in.
Thanks for coming in.
Phil's is Sam Neill.
Oh,
Sam Neill that doesn't look particularly like Sam Neill.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mind you, it's not the worst likeness out of the humans in the original Kenner Jurassic Park line, is it? Like Dennis Nedry's a shocker.
Oh yeah. He doesn't even look anything like him.
All kinds of shockers, aren't they? None of them really look. Maybe
yes, it is.
Maybe Ellie Sattler looks a bit like it, but
I think so. I think most of them are passable. Tim Murphy maybe looks like enough like the character.
Timmy.
Yeah, Timmy.
Yeah,
Timmy. Yes, Daniel, that is an Imperial Dalek from Doctor Who. There's a product enterprise remote control.
I don't have any Daleks behind me. It's you.
No, I definitely don't.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And the question there is, why not? Every man has an Imperial Dalek in his collection.
Mm,
Ryan will have to fix him up with one.
yeah, we'll send you one, Scott.
At the risk of upsetting you blokes and some people in the chat, I don't know what a Dalek is.
Yeah. You better delete him. Delete Scotty.
Have you actually watched
Hell.
I know. Well, Matt, like you've hooked me up with some great movies, which I should have probably seen previously that I'm enjoying. The education won't stop. Like, you know what I mean? I'm always keen to try new TV shows, new films that I've not seen. One thing about me is there's so many big things from the period of time that we love that I've not seen, but it doesn't mean that I've dismissed them. I'm always happy to either revisit or visit stuff that I've never seen. So
Yeah. No, I get that.
yeah.
Scott, can I show something? Can I show something?
I just want to shout out Koala Country Jamboree fan. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've got a new display cabinet here, which I'm still
it's looking awesome.
I'm still fiddling around with. So yeah, I got some of my Ghostbusters figures up. So thank you very much for that. Sorry, Andrew, what were you going to say, mate?
No, I was just going to say, I wanted to show people if they're interested. If you go to Kmart, like with figures, when you stand your figures and you got a shelf, and you got a sort of a wide shelf, and you only got this amount of room that you put your figures on. You go to Kmart, they have these foldable.
Oh wow!
They're called foldable shelves. They're only like $7. So they just collapse like that. They come like that, collapsed.
Yeah.
And and they just pop down. But what was really good, because I had all the Jurassic Park dinosaurs, and they're just taking up only so much shelf space.
Yeah.
So the Triceratopses, I'll get them out and I'll put them underneath like that.
Yeah.
And put the other ones on top.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, so they're cheap enough just to get to.
Because then you could have large vehicles on top and then all your figures underneath.
Yeah, they're just at Kmart. They're in the plastic thing, and they're they're called a foldable shelf.
Foldable shelf, yeah.
Yeah, so $7 each. So
I might get a couple of those. Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good. Really good. Yeah. As a cheap riser, anyway.
Has anyone got 80s Lion Force Voltron figures that came packaged with a lion key? You guys got any of those, or any Voltron at all?
I've got a lion key somewhere that I got from Massive Hall earlier, a couple of months ago. I don't know where it's somewhere, but yeah.
What about you, blokes?
I don't really
much
collect
into
lines.
No, we didn't go into the Voltron line.
I mean, I watched it as a kid, and I knew what it was, but I never had one.
Yeah, I didn't catch much of it. I think I don't know. I can't even remember watching it in the 80s, but I remember it being there. But I've never. It's probably just other shows that I watched instead of Voltron.
Yeah, it wasn't something that really registered for me during my childhood too much, but the figures, and I mean the toy line is pretty wicked. I mean, at Collecticon yesterday we saw that Castle of Lions in box.
Yeah.
I was in brilliant condition. Andrew, you were saying that sold at some point during the day. You saw someone.
Yeah, that sold. Yeah, because it was. You're right. It was really mint, that one.
It was incredible condition.
Yeah. So it's. What do you have on it? It was only 320 or something.
I think he had 375, and it came with the box. Yeah, I assume based on the condition, I assume it was complete, but who knows? Maybe it was missing some parts, but it looked great, and the box was in really nice condition as well.
Yeah,
so awesome. Yeah, it's a good toy line for sure. Sorry, Ryan, go ahead.
I was just going to say, you said you bumped into Freaky Deke's toys as well. Said hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deke is great.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah. Matt picked up a couple of figures from Deke, and it was good to have a chat with him. I mean, it's always good to have a chat with these familiar sellers that you always
Gets
see
known.
at each collector-con, and a lot of they're all collectors as well. So, they're all happy to have a chat and just have a bit of a chinwag about, what we're all collecting. So,
yeah, it's so cool. What did you get, Matt? Or was it stay tuned?
Stay tuned. There you go.
No.
Well, he didn't know who I was, obviously, until I flashed the T-shirt and go, well, we know we hang out with Ryan and Scott, and then like, oh, okay, we know who those cool dudes are. You old dude. So we're like, thanks. Thank God for Ryan and Scott.
That's all good.
I've never heard these before. Monster Hunters.
Rudy, are you guys familiar with any of these Big W 7-inch figures called Monster Hunters?
Never heard of them.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, I was gonna just get on there and have a bit of a squizzy at that one. That's I haven't been to Big W for a couple of weeks. So these a new thing that just popped out, or
I'll go back. So they're Monster Hunters 7-inch figures.
Okay. We're all just taking a pause moment while we try and search for those.
While you do that,
I can't.
Wheels of Chaotic Doom, Peter Optimus Prime Cullen was the voice for Lion Force Voltron cartoon series. There were definitely a lot of those familiar voices that were like if we watched, I watched a ton of cartoons as a kid, and it's interesting. It's always interesting now to put two and two together on some of the, like I loved obviously the TMNT animated series, and the voice of Shredder was Uncle Phil on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and I love that show in the 90s as well. So it's always funny to put those voices together.
Yeah.
Oh, they're pretty cool. They're a 7-inch, like they got like they're like a Van Helsing. Van Helsing, and that looks like they got the Hunters as well, and wonder if they got the monsters.
Yeah, Monster Hunter is a game.
Oh yeah, they got like the
yeah.
Oh gee, they even got a
Yeah, Koala Country. I went to Melbourne back in May. I did an episode on Lobos. Logos? Lobos.
Lobos.
Yeah,
Lobos.
That's what I thought he meant.
Get that in there. It looks like they've got a 3-pack of the actual like monsters and things like that.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Get my phone in the right angle, but yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen those.
Haven't seen those ones yet, but they look pretty cool. Yeah. Different ones. One's got a Matt from let's see, the Universal Studios. So it's got the Invisible Man. This Island Earth. Remember that one?
Ooh.
That's in there. That's in the 3-pack, and I can't see who the other one is. It looks like
Monster.
I'm not sure, Dr. Jekyll or something.
Okay.
Yeah, so it looks like they
we might have to check that out.
Yeah, it looks like they got different ones.
Yeah. Koala Country. Ryan mentioned he's been to Lobos the most recently out of any of us. So definitely check his his Melbourne toy hunt vlog video for more of a look around Lobos. But it's a good point you bring up, because the three of us, Matt, Andrew, myself, we're actually off to Lobos. We're off to Melbourne next month. So while I think of it, if anyone is either watching this live in the chat or happens to stumble across this later on who is from Melbourne or knows Melbourne particularly well, if there's any like vintage toy or toy and collectible stores, aside from Lobos, aside from Aaron's, aside from Pop Culture, Go Figure, these types of places like lesser known, definitely let us know, because we want to make the most of the weekend that we're there and try and get to as many places as we can. So, if anyone's got any recommendations, we are all ears.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, Phil's saying that blew me away when I found out Uncle Phil was Shredder. Yeah, it's bizarre, isn't it? I'm pretty sure, like the actor that played Uncle Phil actually did a bit of voice work in other animated series at that time. So yeah, it's a bit of a spin out when you find that one out. This is an interesting one from Daniel. Favorite TMNT Shredder design. The one that comes to mind. I don't know about you boys. If you've got any favorite shredders from the vintage line, the one that comes to mind for me is the Toon Shredder. because as nostalgic as the original vintage Shredder figure is, to me they can look. I love it purely for nostalgia, but it's they butchered the paint job from the eyebrows painted on the visor of the helmet to the shirtless upper body. I really like how Playmates kind of rescued it with the Toon Turtle version, which was just a repaint of that figure. But I really like that one. The Wacky Action Shredder is pretty cool as well because, again, the paint applications are true to the animated series, more or less.
I might have one of those.
What's that? A Wacky Action?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you got one on card in the lot you just picked up? Yeah, nice. It's a cool figure for sure.
I think I've got the complete set of the Wacky Action figures, just as a little teaser.
Yeah, nice. The Wacky Action, I don't know, like they're certainly they're not going to go down as the as like the coolest figures in the vintage line, but you know they're definitely super nostalgic for me because you know I had the Wacky Action Leo as a kid, and I had fun with them back in the day. But yeah, Lobos is great. I can't wait to check it out. Oh, here we go.
You guys are going to lose it. It's so good.
Retro Wolf.
Retro Wolf.
So I'm going to have to Google that. But
what suburb is that?
Following our discussion with that
Retro
we were
Wolf.
chatting with, what's
I
that?
haven't heard of that. I haven't heard of Retro Wolf. Is that that's a toy shop?
I'm assuming it's a store, but I'll have to Google it. But
okay.
So following that conversation we had with that gentleman at Collecticon yesterday, I did Google Minotaur, and there is a big store, Minotaur Entertainment.
Oh, Minotaur Books is in... Do you mean Minotaur Books or Minotaur...
Well, the store's called Minotaur Entertainment, the one that I found. It was comics, it was all sorts of stuff.
That's in the city. It's in the city, though.
And then across the road, there's a store called This Is Not a Toy Store. And it looks amazing. But... from what I can tell, it's like custom art toys, which is wicked. Like I'd love to go check it out. I don't know that I'll be buying an awful lot from there because it's really kind of premium custom Sofubi
stuff,
art toys. Yeah, but it looks very, very cool. It looks like almost like a gallery presentation. It looks really cool.
Yeah, Retro Wolf is in Parkville, Victoria. I'm not sure. Whoops. Sorry, guys. See if I can get some photos here.
Yeah, Toon Shredder does look like the animated series for sure.
Bit hard to see there, but it looks like they've got a bit of everything. Yeah, Parkville in Victoria.
Yeah.
Retro Wolf.
See you, Simon. Have a good one, mate. Thank you very much for hanging out.
Thank you, Simon.
So they are open 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Unfortunately, they are closed on the weekend.
They are gone.
That's a bit of a bummer, but I have to give that one a miss, unfortunately.
That's like when I was up in Mooloolaba, there was a shop called Toy Lector, and I went there on it was like a Wednesday in the morning.
Yeah,
it was closed. And it had a sign on there saying they've had a baby and they're just opening up every now and then. So I had a peek in the window, and there was a Tracy Island and all these carded Thunderbirds. I mean, this would be probably a good shop, and I'd probably spend some money, but they'll close. So I don't know how these little places. I know you've got a baby, but maybe someone else can open the shop for you and help your business.
Help you out in that.
Yeah, Phil, the original Shredder is horrible. I mean, I've heard different things. I've heard that they were trying that it was somewhat inspired by the the comic, the original comic artwork, and maybe some original sketches were based on that. But there's no excuse for it as far as I'm concerned. You can't stand the thing up. And he just looks awkward. So yeah, I agree with you 100% on that one. We got Ed 5.
Hey, Ed 5.
Hey.
G'day.
Hey, mate. Hope you're doing good. And Charlie's saying, I read the reason why the vintage Shredder was bare-chested and blue armors, that Playmates were hurrying up the release of the figures and didn't have time to paint him properly. I mean, that could well be the case, or because I don't think Shredder was. I mean, I've not read the original TMNT comic. I would really like to one day kind of go through and read, the first appearances of a lot of these characters that we know and love, and really understand the source material, because I from what I understand, it's completely different to the animated series. But I don't think Shredder was bare chested in the comic. So yeah, I mean, who knows what was going on there? Whether it was a rush job or what the deal was there. Wheels of Chaotic Doom. Does anyone remember Hall of Fame in Parramatta back in the 90s? It was a trading card store that evolved into an action figure store. I remember Sheriff's mini cars in Parramatta in the 90s that had toys and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I know Jeff Sheriff. I've known him for years. He still gets to the toy shows now and then.
Well, he recently retired, I believe, because I follow Sheriff's mini cars on social media.
Oh yeah, they retired, but they still get to the toy show, and I saw him this year actually. He was at one of the toy shows selling some stuff.
What about Hall of Fame?
Yeah, sounds familiar in the 90s when the basketball craze over cards came back. And I remember a shop there probably just on the other side there of Westfields there. I think it was called Hall of Fame, but yeah.
So Lee's got a bounce, but he's got a few suggestions for vintage toys in Melbourne. That is awesome. Yeah, definitely, man. Drop us a line on Instagram or well, we'd love to get your suggestions.
Cool. And obviously you've got the Malvern Town Hall Toy Fair on Sunday, so that's going to be pretty awesome.
Yep, definitely pumped for that one. Koala Country, if you want loads of vintage toy shops, come to Queensland. There's places like Toy Chest, Toy Shed, etc. Well, maybe that'll have to be the next one that we do.
Yeah,
I'd be up for that.
Which was the joint that you went to, Matt?
It was called Toy Lector. Like instead of Collector, it was Toy Lector. And then they had a couple. There's another one that was more anime, and then there was another one that was all cards. So I stayed away from those two. Yeah. But
fair enough. Well, I'm always down for different road trips and toy hunting adventures. So maybe one day we can get to Queensland. That'd be great.
Toy Shed. Sounds cool.
Yeah, it does sound good. Trying to get my hands on the original Mirage Comics compilation books. Mate, I don't know where to find them. But if you find out, definitely point me in that direction because, do you guys read comic books? Or graphic novels? Or have you over the years?
Yeah, I have read a couple over the years, but actually I think my friend Toby's got some of the original Turtle comics, so...
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not super into comics, but I've got series that I've read. Like, I read the Walking Dead novel series, and I've got a bunch of like older Batman books, like just the key, kind of noteworthy ones that I've picked up. So,
I read the Watchmen graphic novel. Yeah, that wasn't too bad, and so when they did the film, they cut some of it out because in the graphic novel there was a little boy that was reading a comic, and you went into his comic in the graphic novel, and like what he was reading of his comic, and they didn't have it in the film, and it was a bit disappointing. But I suppose it would have made the film even longer if they'd put it in there.
Yeah, put it in extra dialogue.
Yeah, but some of the graphic novels are quite good actually, and. But I haven't sort of like read comics for ages. I used to read a lot of the Weird Tales and things like that, sort of like the horror comics.
Oh yeah.
Cool. And in fact, I recently just looked some up on eBay and I went, I'll see if I can find some of the ones that I had. And I think I can't believe the prices they go for.
Yeah, just like everything, unfortunately.
So that's where you want to go when you go to Toy Fair. You find a stack of them, and you're like, oh yeah, grab those. Like $5 each or something.
Daniel's asking about Lego Shredder minifigure. Do you guys have any TMNT Lego?
No, not TMNT Lego. No.
Again, my friend Toby does. So he's got a lot of turtle stuff.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I can't offer any thoughts there, unfortunately, Daniel.
No,
I do have a lot of Lego here, but I just I had it's all just back in the tubs with their books. No room for Lego.
Yeah. I don't know. You tell us, Ed. When do you want us to come over?
Yeah, I love Adelaide, and I've not been to Adelaide in so long, so I would love to do a trip there for the purpose of toy hunting and just having some good social time. So that sounds great.
Good.
I'd have to bring Leanne because we've never been to either of us. Never been to Adelaide.
Never been to Adelaide. Oh
no.
Yeah, it's great.
She'd definitely want to go.
Yeah, Adelaide's awesome. No, Monique, Last Ronin, I don't have any of the modern TMNT figures. Like, I'm strictly vintage at this point in time, so it's not something on my list at the moment. But are you guys? I'd be curious to know if you and Daniel are getting it. I know a bunch of people are scooping it up.
My friend Dave from Perth, he just ordered it for his birthday. So the NECA version. So
yeah, nice. Ed Five's read a few Vampirella and Wonder Woman graphic novels. Matt, I know you're partial to a Vampirella. Oh no, sorry, it's Elvira. Sorry, I'm getting my Gothic babe. I'm getting my Gothic babe. Sorry.
Just to go into my Dreamweaver state again.
I'm mixing up the goth babes, Matt. I apologise for that.
No, she's there. Well, they're both goth babes, that's for sure.
They are.
I remember one of the series was Predator versus Batman. Is a comic book series like Dark Horse, and that was like we used to read a few comics in the early '80s when we were young. This is an offshoot. But then when they started to get a bit more serious, I think as graphic novels in the '90s, and that's when that came out. I always thought, gee, that'd be great if they made a movie like that, Batman versus Predator. That'd be fantastic.
That would be a cool crossover for sure.
Yeah.
Well, they got Warner Brothers did I got that on DVD. Batman versus the Ninja Turtles. You seen that one?
Oh, okay.
Haven't seen that one.
No, that's pretty good too. It's a good one. It's a sort of a new one too.
Yeah, right.
Matt, Andrew, have you guys been to the comic shop in Liverpool? I've been to the comic. I mean, I'm assuming it's the same comic shop in Liverpool that I'm thinking of. I've not been there for a while. I bought some Batman books from there before. Lots of action figures and some Kenner Star Wars.
Wow.
We would have put that one on our list, eh, Matt?
Yeah, I have to.
I mean, that's not too far to go, for sure.
Toy hunt video.
Yeah, it's an easy one to do, isn't it, for us? So when we get together, go to Liverpool.
Well, let me know when you do that because I'll come along for sure.
Yeah, a road trip.
If you're in Vic at Warrnambool, there's a market called the Fletcher Jones Market, and I've found a Castle Grayskull Crash Dummies Ghostbusters Captain Planet. Wow. Because one of the things that I was kind of thinking that our Melbourne itinerary is missing, like we're doing a toy fair, we're doing a couple of big vintage toy shops and obviously modern collectibles store, but it would be pretty cool to be able to do a bit of a markets to start, to start the Saturday morning. But Ryan, I know you had a crack at like a trash and treasure market and didn't really find much. So
yeah, no, it was.
I'm going to write that down though.
Yeah, I haven't heard of the Fletcher Jones Market before. Warrnambool's a bit further out.
Is it?
Where I used to live. But yeah, there was a couple of local trash and treasures that I tried. But yeah, it was kind of, to be fair, it was Mother's Day and it had been raining overnight. So that probably scared off some of the sellers, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be curious to know if the Fletcher Jones Market, finding Ghostbusters and Crash Dummies and Captain Planet, if that was like years and years ago, if that was a recent find.
Sounds like it's recent, but
if it's recent, that's awesome because I feel like I used to go to even just like a couple of years ago, I'd go to the Blacktown markets at the Skylight, the drive-in theater there, and I used to
that's where I used to go all the time.
Yeah, I used to find way more retro stuff there. I went there recently, just a couple of weeks ago, and there was nothing. And the retro stuff that was there was really overpriced.
Oh, okay.
It was like eBay. People wanted to get eBay prices for Nintendo 64 games, which I understand. If you want to sell it for exactly what it's worth at retail, that's cool. But just put it on eBay. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's just my little rant.
Yeah. Adelaide, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Worst shredder for me is probably the original 88 one. As nostalgic as it is, it's hard to like objectively say that's a good action figure.
Yeah, I've got the new shredders there for the Nickelodeon line. They did some good ones. Came with all the armor and that sort of thing.
Oh, he's back. You were frozen for a bit there, Andrew.
Oh, was I? Okay.
It's good to hear you, though.
Monique's got the hardcover comic, possibly going to get the next NECA figures.
Figures, yeah. That's something that I've been toying with. Like, I don't know about you, Scott. I would love to get some of the NECA figures, like the Universal Monsters Turtles. But I just know once I get them, it's kind of like you open up that rabbit hole, and before you know it, you got heaps of them. So yeah.
100%, mate. I'm with you on that. I thought about getting into the NECA from the movie Turtles, and I thought about the Super 7 Ultimate TMNT figures because those Super 7 figures look awesome, but they're just pumping out so many of them, and I'd want to keep pace with it. And then where do you keep them all? And so I don't really have.
There you go. That's who the undercover turtle is. It's Dave. Hey, Dave.
Andrew, how come you, when your screen freezes, how come you're always pulling like the best faces? Like, like
my shitty face are going.
Yeah, the last one was an angry face.
Bloody hell! It just puts you right off. It puts you right off too the whole night. You know, once the internet goes and in and out. You know, you lose your mojo.
But apparently it was Elvira just celebrated her birthday.
Well, gee, I'm a big fan, aren't I? Yes.
You didn't even know that.
I didn't know that.
Where's your cake? Where's it?
Actually, you know, I think I looked it up. Like when I was doing the video, I looked it up, and I think I knew that it was a birthday coming up, and I couldn't believe that she was going to be whatever she's going to be. I think she's 70, 72 or anyway. She's older than I thought.
Granville swap meet here in Sydney. So, and I thought the Granville swap meet was like more of a model car show, but I might be getting it mixed up with something else.
I think it is. I think it's a lot more die-cast cars. If it's the old one that was at the old theatre hall there in Granville. Yeah, I used to go that years and years ago.
Ed 5 saying Warrnambool's only a few hours away from the SA border, so probably safe to say we're not going to be able to venture there from where we are in Melbourne next month. But
so it's a bit of a trek.
Yeah, but it sounds pretty cool because Koala Country is saying like that was early this year that he picked up all that stuff from the Fletcher Jones market. So I might still have to have a look into it. And Shabby's in the house.
Hey, Shabby.
G'day, mate.
G'day, Shabby. Morning for you, evening for us. Hope you are doing well, mate. Thank you very much for popping in.
We're just having a yarn.
Yep, we're just having a chinwag at this point in time.
We were gonna start talking about some grading figures and thoughts on that, but Andrew's
going on a good tangent here, I reckon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to. I definitely am. I'm really keen to chat about it to get your guys' thoughts on it. But if you guys want, we can save it for another one because I don't want to just get into it. And especially if Andrew's internet woes are going to continue, we'll get some momentum and we'll be start-stop. So maybe we just keep it casual from here on out.
Maybe we'll start again.
Just like Gary B, the casual comic book guy.
Keeping it cash.
Keeping it casual.
Like it.
Yeah, Mega Toy Fair Adelaide first weekend of June. Okay, well that would be the timing for an Adelaide trip then.
Yeah.
2-day event, 2-day toy fair. That's awesome.
Gee whiz. Okay.
Maybe June next year we pencil in Adelaide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
Make
great.
it work.
That could work.
That's more than enough time to plan.
That'd be awesome. 2-day event. Wow.
For sure.
Because if we go there for a couple of days, then we can try and get a couple of local vintage shops in, and then spend 2 days doing the toy fair.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, like, I'd be curious to know if like the toy fair is really like a 2-day affair in terms of whether you need 2 days to kind of see it all, or whether we just pick a day and then use the other day of the weekend to hit up some vintage stores or whatever. But
well, that's it. Like, if each day is going to be slightly different, then that'd be cool. But if it's going to be the same, then we try and use strategy to try and look at other places that might be open.
Yeah, for sure.
I have to say, Phil, I have to say that when I was playing with, like, pulled that Elvira out of the package, I thought the dress was going to fall off her. I didn't really need a wardrobe malfunction in my video on a little action figure, so I was trying to handle it very carefully. I'm going, please don't fall down, dress. I don't know how it stayed up. I don't know what keeps it up. I don't know, but those thoughts were going through my mind at the time.
Yeah, you don't want your video flagged for like inappropriate content or something like that.
No, come on, Elvira. Keep it on.
Keep it on. Oh, yeah, Rudy's saying you'll need 2 days. That'd be amazing.
Must be massive then.
Yeah. It's saying it's fantastic.
Showground.
You can get it around in 1 day. I mean,
yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Gosh, I'll have to get my running shoes on for that one then.
Yeah, definitely.
Need for that one.
Gosh, to see Andrew in action at a toy fair is really a sight to behold.
Where's he gone? Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
Although I did beat you into the second hall yesterday, Andrew.
Yes.
You and Scotty were away, and I went, I'll follow yous, and then you both got sidetracked. You went, oh, toys. And I just said,
well, it's a hard thing because you go, oh, is this the first one going to be better than the second one, or should I just run to the second one, you know? And
yeah.
The first
so
one
Rudy's saying that the traders bring new stuff on Sunday. Okay. Well, we could do like morning stuff and then check out shops in the afternoon. So you do it that way.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, thank you, Shabby. Yeah, send that list through to me. I mean, you know what? So obviously we have a little game where we take an action figure and see if we can identify what's missing. I didn't do that.
Yeah, we did that when I was over there with the crash test.
I can't find anything.
So, Shabby, you'll have to let me know what you've got your eye on in Matt's collection room. I will sneak in there and take it. If Matt can tell me what I've taken, he gets it back. If not, it's yours.
Wow.
It's a new challenge.
Yeah. And I haven't checked with Matt before saying that.
Did you eat all the food, Shabs?
I think his kids got hold of the Tim Tam. It's the kids, the same as Luke. The kids get hold of the misses, and they get hold of the chocolate, and that's it for the Tim Tams. Are gone.
Got any twisties left?
Thanks, Jeff.
Use them as popcorn. G'day, Jeff. That's what they're doing.
Daniel's asked, what's your ranking of the Shredder incarnations from TVs and movies? Gosh, I'd have to really think about that. I mean, it would come down to the original animated series and the first film for me.
Yeah.
Although Super Shredder in the second film's pretty cool.
I was going to say Super Shredder was pretty cool.
Super Shredder is pretty sweet, but I don't know. I'd have to have a real think about that one, Daniel.
The Nash version.
Yep, Shabby's on board with my suggestion.
There you go. Challenge accepted.
Yeah, that's right. Anyone remember Power Lords?
I've got a couple. I've got Adam. I've got Adam Power, and I've got.
Show him, Matt. Get up and go. Show him.
Do I have to get up?
Yeah,
go on, mate. Go on.
Alrighty.
Put some weight on that wonky knee and get up.
Well, while you do that, Shabby's saying the violet crumbles are nice. They're like English crunchies. I'm going to be real with you guys. I did not realize that violet crumbles were Australian. I just thought, like, you know, they're just a competitor of the crunchy. But I'm never gonna buy a crunchy again. I'm going to go be patriotic and go violet crumbles all the way.
Really, you like violet crumble? Okay.
Well, no. I would typically go for a crunchy, but
Crunchy, yeah.
I'm going to
So
stick
would
with
I.
Violet Crumbles now just because they're Aussie, mate. I've got to be patriotic. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
true.
So we got Adam Power, and he's got his gun, but he holds it really loosely, and you're supposed to push his button, and he flips around, and he's got his freaky side over here. So he stands. He doesn't.
So like he like switches.
Yeah, he's kind of like he can't see. He's got a weird head there too. So he's a real freaky kind of.
Oh, that's
character.
pretty cool.
He kind
So
of
it's like a 2-in-1 action figure.
Oh yeah, and then you press his button, and he's supposed to flip around.
Oh, cool.
There's him, and there's the bad guy, Arcus. And he's like so fragile. He's like an insect.
Oh my goodness.
So he's I don't think he's complete, but I feel like if I touch him the wrong way, he's going to just snap. He's like really.
Yeah, it looks really fragile even while you got him
Yeah.
there.
And then
I think that one should be in a Perspex box, Matt. That one.
Yeah, we should put that in there.
And then there's
Sealed.
I can't remember this guy's name, Grip Gog or something, and he's kind of got that. He's got a fish head there, and it's got a normal head there. So these are the three I've got. I got him like in a bundle at just so, but he stands up really well. I can't figure out his feature, but they're like his arms are all like he's got like 4 arms, and so he's pretty cool. Yeah,
That is awesome.
I'll try and get more. There was one yesterday. I seen one yesterday.
Thank you. That's downright decent of you to say. Sorry to interrupt you, Matt.
That's all right. I seen one yesterday at the toy show, but he wasn't in great nick, so I just left him there.
Any of you lads customized a figure?
Not really. I only touched them up with the magic marker sort of thing.
Yeah.
Especially like the Batmans with their ears and gloves and that, but not really customized one. I'm not that clever, I don't think.
No,
I've done some Doctor Who ones, so I've done some custom TARDISes and monsters as well from Doctor Who.
Yeah, I bought some custom Doctor Who ones. Remember the Tennant's one where they were in the library and they were all the astronaut type people, and I bought. Somebody did the sort of. I think there was like 2 figures, and someone got the Bell figure, and they did all the different other ones, and I bought them as a set, and they came out pretty good actually.
Yeah,
and,
that's awesome.
Yeah, but not talented enough. Do it myself.
As a 10-year-old, I tried to customize my Space 1999 Eagle and pulled out liquid paper and started painting all the jets.
That's true.
That's with customizing for me.
What about your custom figure that you built from the ground up?
Which one was that?
Yeah, the stop motion figure.
Oh,
I mean, that's more than customization.
Oh,
that's
okay.
so cool.
Yeah,
that's like next level.
That is wicked.
Oh, thanks, guys.
I thought it was awesome, especially because I watched last night the 7th Voyage of Sinbad.
Oh, okay, cool.
Was it last night? Yeah.
I've got to try and just get a little bit of time to get in there with him again and just do a walk sequence. So that sounds really easy, just to make a puppet walk, but to actually, like, you got to figure out the steps. So I've got, and you got to do little bit by little bit.
Yeah.
So it just takes a lot of time. So, but that's my next challenge, to make him walk.
That is all. Well, that's awesome, Matt. I've definitely enjoyed what you've done in that, or what you've shared with me in that, in terms of the stop motion. So I'm certainly keen to see more of that. Pollywaffles. Do they not make pollywaffles anymore?
No, they
anymore. No.
No, they don't make them.
No, there was a company that bought the rights to make them to the original recipe only last year, and I don't think they've brought them onto the market yet.
There's actually a place at the entrance, and I can't remember. I don't think they're called Pollywaffles, but I guess it's a little bit like the Pollywaffle. They couldn't use the words Pollywaffle.
Wasn't the Pollywaffle like marshmallow chocolate over like a wafer kind of thing.
Yeah, it was like a wafer with the marshmallow type stuff in it, and
and then chocolate over the top.
there's I know there's a company that's bought the rights for it. It was on the news not so long ago.
Why couldn't they use the name just because of like licensing kind of thing, or
okay?
I
think so.
I wasn't sure if like polywaffle was like an inappropriate, like antiquated, discriminatory term or something like that. You know what I mean? Like other terms that can't be used anymore or whatever. Like,
yeah. Don't think so.
Oh shit, man!
Polywaffles. I honestly didn't realize they weren't around anymore. Not that I've gone hunting for one in the confectionery aisle lately, but I always remember getting them as a kid.
Yeah, I lived on them.
Like space food sticks. Why do they take space food
yeah.
sticks away? Man, they're the best.
Oh man, that's a blast from the past. Space food sticks.
Yeah, that's the best. And that scene that Ed Five's talking about there, I watched that Caddyshack probably a couple of months ago, and that scene came up, and I am killing myself laughing. It's still a funny scene.
Oh, the poo in the swimming pool.
Oh yeah, it's just a chocolate bar. They clean out the whole pool, and of course the cleaner that's Bill Murray, and he just picks it up and goes, "Oh," like that, and
I'll have to watch it again. Didn't they do 2 of them? No, I think they just did 1, didn't they?
There's 2 Caddyshacks, yeah. But I don't think the second one's worth it. The first one was definitely good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're on the topic of food now. We are going to have to. I don't know if Monique is still around, but we are going to. Well, Monique and Daniel, but we are going to have to resurrect for a future stream our kind of like our taste sampling.
Yeah, we're going to do our sandwich challenge.
Our sandwich challenge.
Yeah, that was from episode 1, wasn't it? Yeah.
That was. Yeah. So I don't know whether we go and revisit all the different weird food combinations. But look, long story short, for anyone who's watching now that weren't watching back then was, in our very first live stream, we started talking about like unusual food combinations that I don't know whether we invented them or not. Like maybe they're just completely random, but for whatever reason we enjoy them. Like I was talking about whenever I had peanut butter on toast, I put Tabasco sauce on it because like the spiciness with the peanut butter makes it like a satay thing that I really enjoy. And we were just floating around all different weird food combinations. And we said that in a future stream, we were going to actually try them. So we didn't do that this time around, but I definitely
do need to get around doing it. Yeah.
We do need to do it for sure. So if anyone in the chat has any like weird, unusual food combinations or whatever that you love, that you swear by, but they might be random, they might sound horrible, but in reality be delicious, definitely throw them out there because we have to get that going.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yep, they're still here. Monique and Dan are still watching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's when he says, yeah, it's still good.
Tangent topics, yeah.
Yeah, tonight
certainly has, Dave. Yeah, it certainly has.
Yeah.
That's all right.
It's been a good one. But it is getting on. We've been going for close to 2 hours, so I'm happy to. I mean, mind you, there's a few people hanging around. But before we wrap it up, did you guys have anything you wanted to share in terms of pickups from yesterday, like or recent pickups or anything like that? Just before we start to put a bow on it for the evening.
Yeah, just something simple.
Sorry, Matt. Marmite on a bacon butty. That sounds like it could be awesome. A butty just means a sandwich.
We don't need to know the bed habits. What? A butty?
Shabby, correct me if I'm wrong.
Butt?
Like my dad's English, I thought a butty was just like a sandwich, like a chip butty or something like that. I could be off there, but
well, the chip butty was you get a loaf and you hollow it out and then you put the chips inside it.
Okay, so I'm assuming like a bread roll with like bacon and Marmite or Vegemite on it. Oh man, we've got some weird ones. So Smith's sour cream and chives with sliced cheese on a sandwich. We need to note these.
Okay. I mean, I've had bread and you chuck on
and you chuck the Smith's
on
chips
it, but not with
the
cheese. Yeah, okay. Butty is
and it's got to be sour cream and chives flavored chips.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, buttered bread is a butty. Okay, sorry. I should have put that together before.
Shabby. A good one is Vegemite, peanut butter, and honey.
What?
A
Yeah.
trio of spreads.
That's a good
I
one.
might
Don't believe him, Shabby. Do not believe him.
I do, and I have it all the time. I had it tonight before I come on.
Oh, you're shoving in your mouth and you.
No, that was just cheese and crackers. I had it earlier.
Oh dear.
All right,
Yeah.
Matt, were you going to show us something, mate?
Oh yeah. So I picked these. Well, I picked these up pretty cheap. Well, not this figure, but like I picked up these cards, really cheap, like just $15. This one I've got Fangster, so I thought,
Oh wow.
it's Filmation, bloody light, Filmation Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
and this is for Fangster, and it comes with his little comic book as well. Bloody hell, that's bad. The light, at the back, and so there was Fangster, and I got Jake. Jake came with. I don't have Jake, but it also came with his accessories too. So I've got these cards, and I've got a Swamp Thing as well, a Swamp Thing card.
Oh, cool.
So I've just got those cards, and the only other figure I picked up was the Primeval figure from
Oh, that's a sweet figure.
That's cool.
Ghostbusters. Yeah, Filmation, well, made by Tyco they were. So, but yeah, that's so it came with his cape, which is really good. But yeah, that was
it's in good condition.
Good deal there. I got off eBay recently.
I was going to say, where'd you get it? Yeah, eBay.
And the only other thing was, well, this is inspired because of Matt from Universal Collector. I didn't realize these existed.
What is going on?
There's a Dark Crystal, the new series of Dark Crystal.
Oh, cool.
And there's a little Hut figure, which was I really enjoyed the original Dark Crystal. It was a bit freaky, the original movie, but I enjoyed it. So based on that,
the life out of the little puppets. That was awesome.
Yeah, but yeah,
they turned that into a Netflix series recently as well.
Yeah, well, they got a whole bunch of figures, and I got that from France. It only came the other day. I've been waiting about 3 months for it. So
wow, okay,
yeah,
it's really good. Really good quality, that one.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So I was really happy with that. Anyone else got anything?
I'll show you guys something very quickly because it comes with a very special shout out to Mr. Collector Kid. So Ryan, if I can reach it. So obviously you guys were there when I picked up this Mario Brothers Luigi figure at Alfie's Vintage Toys in Sydney. And that kind of set me off with trying to get a few of these. And obviously I got a couple of them yesterday at CollectorCon, which I'll share in the video that I'm working on. But Ryan had this, which he agreed to sell to me. And it's this complete Mario. So the brothers are together.
Yeah.
So how good's that?
He's got all those accessories as well. Managed to find
now, say what you will about the film.
Yeah.
But I will say I'm probably due for a rewatch, so because I wouldn't have seen it since like 1994 or 1995. So I do want to rewatch it, but I
wouldn't
found
mind
it
rewatching
absolutely horrible back in the day, just confusing and disappointing and surreal. But they make some great, like the figures are really cool. Those two figures that I picked up yesterday, I really like the figures. But just one really cool thing that Ryan sent us with that box is like an old. I'm assuming this is like 1990, which is when a lot of this merch started to come out. It's a TMNT like washcloth.
It's like a washcloth,
like a face washing cloth or whatever. Like I'm not going to use it, but I'll definitely figure out a way to display it. I thought that was pretty sweet.
Is that from the 80s or 90s?
Well, the wear to it would imply that it is 20 or 30 years old, but I would assume this is 1990 at a guess. I can't see even the tag. Like the tag is completely faded, but I would assume 1990. But pretty sweet.
There you go.
Did Ryan have that as a little baby, and that's what they used to wash his little baby butt with?
I hope not. I hope that it's not like a sentimental thing.
Talking about I got it from my friend Andrew. Not that Andrew, but
No, no, it was just a fun. It was just a fun little surprise to open up. I
Yeah, it
loved
was
it.
cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
That's just being silly. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, reminds me of how terrible the Masters of the Universe film was. Yeah, I reckon
And
the
Judge Dredd film as well.
I reckon the
Sylvester
Mario
Stallone.
Brothers film was worse, but who I mean,
Yeah.
it's all subjective, I guess. But just
Yeah.
because that Super Mario Brothers film in 1993 was just, it didn't even resemble the characters that we knew and
Oh, there's
loved.
nothing. I think they were trying to recreate Turtles and go on the Turtle van or Turtle hype, and it just didn't make sense at all.
But I mean, when you look at these figures up close, there was only 6 figures in the line, but they are pretty cool. And
Yeah.
there's one in particular that I picked up yesterday that's like, I was pretty impressed with in terms of like movie accurate for 1993. So something good came of it at least. But I will give
Did they
that
have
film
any?
another watch.
I think they've got a play set or a vehicle with it.
There was a vehicle. There was a vehicle. Maybe there was a playset. I know for certain there was a vehicle in addition to the 6 figures, but yeah, I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
Alfie's is awesome. Alfie's is great.
Yeah, we've been there a few times.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a good place.
For sure. Phil saying, hope it's not a handkerchief. This isn't one of your hankies, is it, Ryan?
No.
Okay. But he used to
it looks like a wash.
Nose on.
My small nose.
I just so want him to say yes.
Yes.
Well, Shabby, they used to knot the corners of the handkerchief and put them on their head in England, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
What about you, Andrew? Anything you wanted to show us, whether it was yesterday's pickups or any other stuff that you got recently?
I could show people just one, I suppose. One, the big one, I suppose.
Only if you want to, mate. I mean, I know you guys are working on a video for Collecticon. I don't want to steal your thunder.
No, it'd be all right, Matt. Won't it? What do you reckon?
Yeah, you do what you like, man. Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, I guess I kind of showed the turtle party wagon, so that's kind of my recent pickup.
That's fair enough. That's cool, mate.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing your video or videos of that.
Yeah.
Fall.
I mean, you guys saw it at the show, but this big bugger.
Independence Day.
From Independence Day, yeah.
Has he got the alien in? Oh, it works and everything.
Yeah. And he goes back in again. Yeah, I've got the small ones, but the
This is the electronic one.
You gotta now turn him off. Yeah.
That's
amazing. It was just sitting up on the shelf, and I went, yeah, that'll look good somewhere, you know.
So
where I don't know.
What year were they? What year were those toys? And are they Trendmasters?
Oh, this would have to be Trendmasters, yeah.
Trendmasters.
When it would be in the 90s, late 90s, wasn't it?
96, 97.
Yeah.
Just thinking about the game we were playing earlier, like that's a big toy. Like that's a pretty big scale item with the lights and the sounds. Like imagine the price of that when it came out in the 90s.
Oh yes, that would have been over the 100 for sure. You know, probably 130 or something like that. Yeah.
Maybe 80, 90? I don't know.
You'd think it would be at least that much, yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing it in the day in the box, and yeah, I probably never bought it because it was so expensive.
Yeah,
you know, and then to find one at the he slapped the alien, yeah. But it's still a shame he wasn't in the second one, and then because he was filming another film at the time. Will Smith, but yeah, it's a shame he wasn't there. So they killed him off, didn't they? And his son took over. Yeah,
that's right.
The second one was crap. First one was awesome. Yeah, you know, it really was. But
yeah, the first movie was great.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so that's the one of the pickups.
I think if we had a challenge on pickups, so yesterday Andrew would definitely win.
Pickup challenge. Well, I reckon when we go down to Melbourne, that we all buy an action figure that we would never buy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one that you'd
Something a bit
never
different.
buy, and to show that something different.
Like a Barbie.
But well, whatever takes your fancy, something you'd never put in your collection. Something odd.
It's some giggles.
Worth to find.
I would definitely like to, over the course of that weekend, pick up some stuff from lines that I don't already collect. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
But to say that I wouldn't add to my collection, like I don't know which direction to take that in. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
sort of,
true.
something that you normally wouldn't collect. It doesn't have to be just one figure or something like that.
Ed Five's got a suggestion.
Oh,
Well, there you go.
thank
And then you become a brony. When men collect little ponies, they call them bronies.
That's right.
bloody hell.
Where's this going?
Very true.
That's true.
But no, I mean, like in Melbourne, between Lobos and Aaron's, like we're going to some big vintage toy stores, so we'll definitely see some stuff that you don't see too often. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Lobos has, as I said, a really big collection of whole different stuff. So
yeah,
and all in different areas too. So it's all like segmented.
Well, we'll have to do it then. We'll have to pick up one.
Rainbow Bright. Yeah.
What else? Rainbow.
Is that like a lame action figure? So, is that what we're doing? Like we're doing a lame action figure?
Yeah, something lame, something different.
Like
Something
Cole
silly.
the Conqueror.
Cole the Conqueror. Well.
That's
so
something.
Matt, like obviously Mo 2 is one of your favorite lines. Do you have any Princess of Power?
No.
Is that a stupid question? Like,
No, it's not a stupid question because a lot of people do collect. It's
like I'm not asking you if you got Barbies or Golden Girls or whatever, but because of that, because
Golden Girls, yeah.
I wish I could remember what I was watching. It might have been a Toy Galaxy video about the history of Princess of Power, but I think it was. And Dan Larson from Toy Power was talking about like there was a challenge when Princess of Power came out. Does it go in the same aisles as He-Man? Does it go complete? You know what I mean? Does it go completely separately? And then once the boys who grew up on He-Man, once their little sisters start having Princess of Power, it kind of made He-Man a little bit less cool because of that affiliation.
They reckon that killed the line. They reckon once they did that, their profit dropped off from, what was it, Matt, 40 million down to minus 1 million or something. It was just, it was just incredible.
But it had there was character overlap, wasn't there? Like Hordak and Skeletor and stuff were in Princess of Power, weren't they?
Hordak was, yeah. Like a lot of the bloody hell, the Horde, they were mainly in Princess of Power. But every now and then, I guess there's a crossover into He-Man in the later ones. But they're all in the He-Man line. Like all those Horde, they're all in the He-Man line. Wish okay.
Wow.
Ed Five, what's mine? You've assigned one to Matt and one to Ryan. What do you got for me?
Golden Girls.
Golden Girls. Did they make figures for Golden Girls series?
Not that. No. They did. Oh, I think they did later on, but I think there's a whole new line just called Golden Girls. I don't know who made them.
Like the He-Man line type thing.
Yeah, they kind of went well with the She-Ra figures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here we go, Gem.
Gem.
Yeah, I could get down with that.
Yeah. That was like a 80s cartoon where there was like.
So, but what was the Gem? Was it Barbie and the Rockers, and then Gem came from that, or was it vice versa? Did Gem come out and then Barbie did? I can't remember.
Gem came after after Barbie. Barbie was first. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I thought Gem was out, and maybe like there was a Barbie and the Rockers. There was something that kind of anyway. Who knows? Poppies. I'm not familiar with that one.
Never heard of that.
No, what's poppies? Apart from a flower.
Yeah, Migo made Golden Girls.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, Popples. Yeah, I'm familiar with Popples, but very vaguely.
I still don't know what popples are.
I don't know why all of a sudden like we're getting girls' toys now, but I'll go with it.
There's another one for you. We all have to buy a girl's toy.
Yeah.
That's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's great. Ryan's okay because he won't be there to buy them.
That's true.
He's just a
But
great.
maybe we could do it in the next segment. We could like grab a toy that
We'll
is.
buy one for you,
different.
Ryan. We'll send it to
Okay.
you.
All right.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. So Shabby's saying it was Gem and the Holograms, and Charlie's
That's
saying
right.
Gem was supposed to come out first, and Barbie and the Rockers beat them to it. I knew that Barbie had some sort of marketing that was to kind of compete with Gem and the Holograms. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
The chat's gone in all sorts of different directions
It
tonight.
has tonight. This is great.
How do you know that, Scott?
Sorry?
How do you know that, Scott?
How do I know about Barbie and the Rockers?
Yeah, and Gem.
I don't know.
Maybe it's common knowledge.
I don't know. Probably just YouTube. YouTube toy community black holes. You go down rabbit holes on YouTube about the history of different toy. It might have been the toys that made us.
Yeah.
I was watching a live stream the other day. I can't remember which one, but they were talking about the Gem song, which is quite memorable. But I never watched the show. Gem
I've seen like the intros and that for it, but I've never seen an actual episode.
We're getting educated here about Popples, stuffed toys that use their
stuffed
skin
toys,
as a
yes.
giant cocoon. Okay.
Oh.
Are they 80s, 90s, noughties?
Ryan just grabbed one of your daughter's toys.
Well, I was lucky with my daughter because she was into Spider-Man, so I actually kept them and put them in with the Marvel ones.
Well, that's true. It would be girls' toys because
Hey, Gaz.
any of them.
Hey guys.
Hope you're doing well, mate. Good to see
Yes.
you. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some random pickups from Melbourne outside of what we'd normally collect. So it'll be interesting to see how we go, over the course of the couple of days.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, I was just going to say the challenge is going to be that obviously we're there for 2 days and the toy fair's on the Sunday, but we're going to be at Lobo's on the Saturday. And Lobo's, you could get another mortgage on your house. So it's.
And I said I was there for 4 hours last time, and that was just one day. So,
but it's like
you guys have got it. You guys have got it cut out.
But do you keep a rein on it with the toy fair the next day, but then you don't see anything at the toy fair? It's that just budgeting over the course of the weekend.
It's going to be a challenge, but I reckon you can do it.
Yeah, we'll have a good time.
It's a whole video right there.
Yeah.
Can we stay within the budget?
Just have
Chevy's saying as a kid, one of his local department stores had a big window display of Gem and the Holograms.
Wow.
Matt, were you not familiar with Gem and the Holograms?
Oh, I remember them popping up whenever they popped up. Was it
In
the
the
90s?
80s?
80s, was it?
It would have been late 80s.
Yeah, but I'm not over. I don't know. It's a girl's toy. By the late 80s, I'm sort of 17 and not really into the toy thing as much.
Yeah, we were collecting real girls.
Yeah, they were more interesting, that's for sure.
Oh, wow.
Which is good to
But
hear.
you ever, even I used to go down and have a look at the girls' toys, like the Monsters High one, because they'd have some great vehicles and things like that, and great play sets, some of the girls' toys. And you look at them and think, they've got these sort of like hearses and things like that, and you think, could I use that in something else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like modify it. Yeah.
Well, they just had some great vehicles, and and things like that, and play sets. And I mean, the dolls themselves were stupid looking, but you know, the play sets look good.
But if we're talking about picking up girls' toys, it probably doesn't count if we get like a Janine Melnitz Real Ghostbusters figure, or an April O'Neil, or the Sorceress, or something like that. Hey,
It'll be a girl toy line.
oh wow!
Well,
Being at Lobo's from open till closed.
Yeah,
What?
Need a lunch break in between.
that's it.
incredible.
Yeah, I was there from like 9:30 to like 1 o'clock or something, and then it's crazy. You just get lost in there. Yeah, you get lost in the black hole.
Like, but was it one of those things, Ryan, where you're like, I can't believe 4 hours have gone past?
Yeah.
Like it
didn't feel like 4 hours until I got into the car, and I was like, wow, that's the time. Yeah,
I bet.
Phil used to watch Gem after school.
There you go.
Okay. Maybe we'll get him on the
17
show
chasing the
next
real
time and then ask him about it.
Is Gaz the same Gaz that appears on Sergeant Slaughter's Slaughterhouse? I know Gaz.
I believe so.
Yeah, there wouldn't be too many Gazes around, I'm sure.
No, I believe that's one and the same. Yeah, Gem's villains, the Misfits. That's right. I do vaguely remember that.
Oh, the G.I. Joe Dreadnoks, isn't it?
Yeah, the Misfits could have fit in with the Dreadnoks. They were the bad girls.
Yeah.
I mean, some like them that way, I guess. So, alrighty.
Wow.
Should we wrap this up, guys?
Yeah, Phil's being open and honest in the chat. Always fancied some My Little Pony as a kid. There you go. Well, this is a safe space.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing that, Phil.
My brother, for some reason, liked the girly toys. I don't know why. He's like a true man's man these days. You know, hunter, killer type guy. But he's like he used to love the My Little. He had a few My Little Ponies. He had a couple of Barbie dolls. There's some other girl toy in there that he liked as well. But he had a couple of girl toys. And I guess that worked all right in some games. Like if he liked the girl toy, and Action Man always had to rescue the girl.
Well, you've got to have a few My Little Ponies for Big Jim to hunt, you see. So with his camper van and
oh my goodness,
God, Wheels of Chaotic Doom. And on that note, maybe it's about time we start to wind it up.
Yeah, it's getting out of control.
It's getting loose in the chat. It's been a good fun evening. You guys ready to wind up? There's no nothing to discuss.
We can go through what's
I've only been in the show 15 minutes tonight, so
yeah, it's been stuck in the wormhole.
That's right. Alrighty, well, let's start to put a bow on it. Ryan, what videos have you got coming out that we got to look forward to?
Obviously got some Turtle stuff. Might have a bit of Terminator 2 stuff coming up, which is pretty cool.
Love a bit of Terminator 2.
Yeah, so I'll be working on that. And stay tuned. Check me out on Ryan the Collector Kid, and I'm on Instagram as well.
That's it. Definitely give Ryan a subscribe and check out his channel if you guys aren't already following along. Team Keep On Collecting. What's going on this week and next? We got anything to look forward to before the CollectorCon video, or that'll be the next one to come out?
No, I think I'm working. Yeah, no, I think that I'll try and get that CollectorCon one out. Out this week. Playtime. There's my other one that I'm working on is the Playtime Memories. Andrew and I recorded an opener and a closer for that, and I've got all the culmination of everyone's videos. So, see you later. So we're working on all of those, but that'll probably might be a couple of videos in a couple of weeks. So I'd say,
awesome.
We'll do that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Playtime Memories video, boys. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing everybody's memories from their childhood. I mean, we talk about these toys all the time, but we don't often get into how we used to kind of play with them back in the day. So that's going to be a fun one. And
Yeah.
also really looking forward to seeing your guys' Collecticon videos as well, or your guys' Collecticon video as well. And then I'm trying to finish off this wrestling video that Matt and I put together, a wrestling show that we put together. So, I mean,
Cool.
that's probably going to be something that's not necessarily for like all the, all the toy folks, but if you're into wrestling from the 80s and 90s, I certainly look, if you enjoy that video anywhere near as much as Matt and I enjoyed putting that together, you'll enjoy it. So that one's going to be coming out in a few days, hopefully, and then I'll have my Collecticon video after that, hopefully sometime next week. So definitely some things in the works. But yeah, guys, thanks you three blokes for joining me tonight. It's been a bit of a long one, so thank you so much, and thanks to everybody in the chat. It's been a lot of fun in the chat, and thank you for bearing with us through me struggling to share my screen and Andrew struggling with his internet a bit, but we got there. It's been a fun one.
We did, yeah. It was awesome. Good fun.
No, we appreciate everyone coming in, stopping by, and
that's what makes these episodes. Yeah, everyone coming in and getting it started.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Retro Cartel Collectibles. No, it's not a Hasbro inspired vid as such, but there are some Hasbros in the shop. As a bit of a, I guess, some props to our wrestling chat. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that one. But yeah, guys, let's wrap it up. Thank you so much to everyone who, whether you popped in quickly or whether you hung around for the full stretch, we appreciate you, and we'll see you next time, guys. So thank you very much, and until next time, have a great week and cheers.
Thank you, everyone.
See you later.
Oh, Ryan the Collector.
See you later.